Hi, my name is Jeanette, and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. So today is day 17, but before we get into the Bookmas envelopes, I received some book mail yesterday, and I was so excited, but I didn't realize it was book mail. So I opened it without filming it. But I got 2 Terry Blackstock books from a subscriber, Jason. Thank you very much. So I got Catching Christmas and Aftermath. I have read both of these books, but Terry Blackstock is one of my favorite authors. I do not own either one of these, and I plan to reread them. Maybe I'll still have time to get Catching Christmas done this year. Maybe I'll have to save it for next Christmas. But it was so excited, and I got the note inside, and it says, "Merry Christmas, Jeanette. Wishing you the best for your channel and your holiday season," from Jason. Thank you, Jason. I really was excited, and this is my first book mail from a YouTube subscriber. And so yeah, that's exciting, and yeah, okay. Thank you. So now we are day 17. So if you haven't seen any of my Bookmas videos, they will be linked in the description bar below, and day 1 talks about the envelopes. So I'm just going to get right into it. Okay, matching game. Match a coffee mug with a book, and match a Christmas ornament with a book. And bonus points for multiple matches. Okay, and this is the one time I don't have a coffee mug that I'm drinking coffee out of. I have just a glass. You can't really see. It's a Coca-Cola glass. Are you surprised? Okay, so I'm gonna have to get some mugs and match them with books, and a Christmas ornament with a book. Okay, I'll be right back. Talk about a challenge. Okay, so I've taken a look at my kind of mugs, and this is not our fall mug collection at all. But some of them I could not come up with books to go with the mug. I really just want to show you all our mugs. But I don't have a book to go with all our mugs. Okay, I'm going to start with a book that I just recently realized I had on my shelf. So we've got this mug. It is a nativity. And then on the back it has just a verse laid in the manger. Just, yeah. "Your heart, your life, your very self, your humble offering, lay it in the manger, which holds the infant king. Your prayer for peace on earth, that war and hate might cease, lay it in the manger, where sleeps the Prince of Peace. And any ache or anguish, your spirit's darkest night, lay it in the manger, where lies the Lord of light. Now heaven and earth, God and man, are once more reconciled, for laying in the manger, in God's Son, the Savior child." And that's by Lisa Engelhardt. So yeah, we got this mug as a gift from one of my supervisors at the time, and it says, "You will find a child laying in the manger." Luke 2:12. So yeah. So for this one, because it's talking about the manger, it's got a picture of the stable, I have matched it with The Judge Who Stole Christmas by Randy Singer, because again, kind of manger, Mary and Joseph. I have not read this book, and so it is on my TBR, hopefully for next year, because I didn't even realize I had it on my shelf. So yes, so that is the book I'm matching with this one. Okay, and sticking on the ones that I haven't read yet, which is just funny because I was just talking about this with, oh, I just lost her name, with Bailey from Bailey's Bookshelf. And this is the Kentucky Horse Farm. I'm showing you this side because the other side is a little dishwasher worn. I need to go back and get a new mug. So yeah, so this is from Lexington, Kentucky. That is where the horse farm is located. And so with this mug, I have matched it to Love Finds You in Miracle, Kentucky. I have not read this book yet either, but I mean, setting Kentucky, hopefully there's horses around with the farms. I don't know. So yeah, so this is my Kentucky mug to go with this one. Okay, now we're gonna go on to a book that I always match with this mug, but the setting isn't even the same. And I don't own a physical copy of the book, which just kind of annoys me because I gave it to my mom. She read it and then she got rid of it. And I'm like, I would have wanted it back. That's okay. Well, we're moving past it. So that is my Ireland mug. So this is the mug, right? And then inside there it says Ireland as well. It does not on the other side, but yeah, I love this mug, and it's like the perfect size. Like, it's a nice big mug. Yeah, wow. I didn't think it was that big. Maybe my head's just small. So yeah, so whenever I think of a book that goes with this mug, I always think of 5 Days in Skye, which is actually set in Scotland, not Ireland. But I think in my mind, we did a bus tour of England, Ireland, and Scotland for our 15th wedding anniversary in 2018. So for me, that trip was all together. So I think that's why when I think of Scotland and that book, I think of this mug, because I don't have a Scotland mug. But it is one of my favorite books. I absolutely love that book. And I do have a Christmas ornament for Scotland. I'm going to insert a picture here because I don't want to move. So it's not a very big ornament, but yes, it is a Scotland ornament. Now let's go to St. Louis. So the Gateway Arch from St. Louis, Missouri. I think most people know this landmark. And we were in the arch, but we did not go up the arch. Talk about, I saw the little elevator thing you could ride up to it, and I'm like, yeah, no. I don't like heights, and like, it's like 3 people in this thing, and I'm like, I'm not going in that tiny little thing. So yeah, so we stayed at the bottom and looked up. So yes, so this is from St. Louis. Now, I have a few books set in St. Louis, but the one I pulled is Point of Danger by Irene Hannon. This is probably the most recent set St. Louis book I have read. Book number 2, Labyrinth of Lies, is also set in St. Louis. And a lot of Irene Hannon's books are set in St. Louis, but I think she's from Missouri. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't say on her bio, but I'm pretty sure that's where she lives, so it's not surprising a lot of her books are set in that area. So yeah, and I really enjoyed this book. And there is a review on my blog, and I do have a whole series review on the channel for this book. So now we're gonna go to Maine. So Maine and all the lighthouses. So this one has, I'm probably gonna butcher these names, but the West Quoddy Lighthouse, which we had the opportunity to see. The lighthouse at Pyramiquid Point. Again, we went to see that one. We've got the Portland Head Lighthouse. We did not see that one. We didn't make it to Portland. We've got the Nubble Lighthouse. And I actually don't know if we made it there or not. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. We'll have to look. And then we have the Bass Harbor Lighthouse, which we did see as well. And then on the handle, there's a lighthouse. Isn't that cool? This is one of my favorite mugs. Again, it's a nice size to hold, and yeah. So for Maine, I have a series, what is book 1? This one is book 1. So I have only read book 1 of this series, but I do have the other 2 to read. And that is On a Summer Tide. This one is set in Three Sisters Island. It's part of the Three Sisters Island series, which is set on an island just off Maine. So that's why I think of this one. And then we've got book 2 is On a Coastal Tide, and book 3 is At Lighthouse Point. So this is the one that definitely goes with the mug. So there's the lighthouse and the Lighthouse Point. So I'm really hoping again to read these next summer, because I have read this one and I really enjoyed it. So then I got the rest of the series. Okay, so my last mugs. Yeah, okay, we'll start with this one. Okay, so this is that we picked up again on our trip to England. This is London. So this has got Big Ben on it. The, you know, the iconic phone booth. And somewhere, the double-decker bus, right? And then again, it just wraps all the way around. And again, on the handle, I love it when they do this, is this is Big Ben. Sad to say, when we were in London, Big Ben was covered in scaffolding. So we couldn't actually see it. It was being repaired, but oh well. We'll have to go back, right? So yeah, so this is my London mug. I don't use this mug as much because it's more of a fine china. I think it is. Yes, it is fine china. And it's not the biggest mug, so I don't use it a lot, but I love the look of it. But to go with London, the Ocean Too Wide, because this one starts out in London. Perfect, right? Plus, it's one of my favorite books. So yeah, so that one. Now, I have another mug that kind of goes with this one, but I'm going to pull the second book instead. So this is one of my favorite mugs. So, Best Friends Forever. And it's got Christine in Alberta. Miss you, traveling to Jeanette in Ontario. I love this mug. Christine gave it to me, and I love it. And it's one I use a lot because of the size. It's a nice size. I do wish the handle was a little bit bigger, but that's okay. It works. I usually hold it like this when it's not too hot. And you would think I drink out of the sun, but I don't. It just, yeah. But yeah. So, as you can see, we do not live nearby each other. She lives in Alberta, I live in Ontario. We actually met in Saskatchewan. So, yeah. So, when I think of that one, it's No Journey Too Far by Carrie Turansky. Because it is, yeah, it's, you know, it takes time to go see her and a plan. It's not like I can just go, hey, I'm coming over tomorrow. So, but to me, no journey is too far to see her. So yeah, so that's the one I'm going. Or we can go with No Ocean Too Wide. Doesn't have an ocean between us, but there's provinces between us. So no province too wide. Yeah. Plus, I had her read these books and she actually enjoyed them. So yeah. Okay, so those are my mugs to books. Now, Christmas ornaments to books are a little bit more difficult. Because I'm realizing I don't have a lot of books to go with a lot of my Christmas ornaments. But I automatically think a Christmas ornament and the setting. Like, I mean, even for the mugs, it was, okay, where do I have a mug for? And where's the book set? And either I haven't read the book, so I don't know where it's set, or I don't remember, or I haven't read books that are set where I've been. But I'm not quite sure how I want to do this either, because I don't really want to pull the ornaments off my trees, but my books are here, off my trees. I have one tree. But my books are here, the ornaments are over there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the book and then I'll have Christine insert a picture that I will take of the ornament. I think that's what I'm going to do because it's just going to be easier for me that way. So the first book, which I didn't even pull off my shelf. The Two of Us by Victoria Bylin. This one is a contemporary romance set in Las Vegas. And here is our Las Vegas ornament. So they go for a wedding. And I love this book. And I mean, there's a lot of books I could, wow. I was thinking I've read a lot of books set in Vegas, but really I've only read, like I've read a few books set in Vegas, but they're all part of the same series. That is the Rodeo Romance series by Shannon Hatfield. Each book has a period of time that takes part at the rodeo convention that's held in Vegas each December. So, I mean, I've read 9 of those books, 10 of those books. So there's 10 books that have a partial setting in Las Vegas. And then this is the other one. I just recently talked about this one in my contemporary romance recommendations video. So yes, this is one. Now, what else? Oh, I have, again, I don't have the physical book, but we have a Route 66 ornament. And the book that I automatically associate with that book is Cross Country Christmas. Now, it doesn't take part on Route 66, but when you think Route 66, you think road trip cross country, right? That's what I associate Route 66 with anyways. So there's going to be that ornament. And then Cross Country Christmas by Courtney Walsh. I read this one last Christmas and really enjoyed the story and the characters. And yes, that's another book that kind of put those two together. I do have a Kentucky ornament with horses on it, obviously. But I only have the one Kentucky book and I haven't read it. Oh, no! I just thought of another book. Again, I don't own the book. So that book, it's actually a 3-book series, and it's called The Hidden Springs Mystery. The book number 1 is Murder at the Courthouse. Book number 2 is Murder Comes by Mail. And book number 3 is Murder by No Accident. These are written by Anne H. Gahbart? I don't know. But she is from Kentucky, and these 3 books are set at Hidden Springs, Kentucky. Now, I think it's a fictional place, I'm pretty sure. But yes, they are set in Kentucky. Okay, so I am realizing that I don't have that many Christmas ornaments to match 2 books. But I'm also realizing I don't really remember the setting of those books very well. Because there's certain ones, I can totally tell you where they were set. Other ones, it's like, okay, wait, where was that book set? I have to look it up, and I don't remember. So I need to get better about that, for one thing. Which I plan in my journal next year to write, for each book review, to write this setting. So that I can easily see, okay, where was it set? Because I'm not always going to remember. So yeah, so I'm realizing I don't have that many. Or I can't match an ornament to a book that I can think of off the top of my head. Oh well. But the mug part was fun. And now I got to show you some of my favorite mugs that I use all the time. So really, like, the ones that I use all the time are my Ireland mug, my best friend's mug, and my main mug. Those are really the ones I use all the time. I do have a Mickey mug that I use quite a bit, but I don't have a book to go with that one. So, yeah. But, oh well. So I hope you had fun. Just kind of very random video here. But, yeah. So, do you have a favorite mug that you could match with a book on your bookshelves? And can you match a Christmas ornament? Can you do all 3? Ooh, there's a challenge for you. I'd love to chat in the comments below. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.